Have a nice day. Today is Tuesday, 12th of December 2023. This day is celebrated as Universal Health Coverage Day. The purpose behind the celebrating the day is to spread awareness of the need of strong and resilient health systems and universal health coverage with multi-stakeholder partners. International Day of Neutrality is commemorated on the same day, December 12. International Day of Neutrality is commemorated on December 12. It's a day when people look at the possibility of a world free of armor and other types of conflicts. Its focus was on advocating and campaigning for intra-state peaceful relations. Switzerland serves as the perfect example of neutrality. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that Israeli defense minister resists pressure to halt Gaza offensive, says campaign will take time. Israel defense minister pushed back against international calls to wrap up the country's military offensive in the Gaza Strip, saying the current phase of operation against the Hamas militant group will take time. Israeli troops are seen near the Gaza Strip border in the southern Israel Monday, December 11, 2023. The Hindu newspaper also states that a Supreme Court verdict on Article 370 has strengthened the spirit of Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat. Earlier, there was a question mark on the status of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Now there are only exclamation marks about the record growth, record development, and record tourist inflow. Paramilitary forces guard near the cut-out portrait of Prime Minister Narendra Modi displayed at a market in Srinagar on December 11, 2023. On December 11, yesterday, the Honorable Supreme Court of India delivered a historic judgment on the abrogation of Article 370 and 35A. Through its judgment, and the court has upheld the sovereignty and integrity of India, something that is cherished by every Indian. The court rightly observed that the decision taken on August 5, 2019 was done with the purpose of enhancing constitutional integration and not disintegration. The court has also recognized the fact that Article 370 was not permanent in nature. The Hindu newspaper also states that Article 370 Amit Shah welcomes a Supreme Court verdict, terms it to a tribute to martyrs. The opposition's stand on issue had not been for justice for Jammu and Kashmir, but only to delay implementation of central's decision, the Home Minister says. Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill 2023 and J&K Reorganization Amendment Bill 2023 passed in the Rajya Sabha during the winter session in Delhi on December 11, 2023. Welcoming the Supreme Court verdict on the abrogation of Article 370, Union Home Minister Amit Shah on December 11 said the decision is tribute to those who were martyred fighting for one constitution, one flag, and one prime minister for our country. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that government decides to withdraw 3 criminal laws bills. The BNS 2023 is meant to replace the Indian Penal Code IPC, which provides protection from the prosecution to a person of unsound mind. Revoked bills are set to be introduced based on House panel suggestions. Indian Express also states that Jawaharlal Nehru University JNU answered to protests, fine rupees 20,000, even expulsion from campus. The rules apply to all students of the university, including part-time students, whether admitted before the commencement of these rules or after. Earlier in August this year, 2 students of JNU were penalized with a fine of rupees 10,000 each by university administration, which found them guilty of misbehaving with the warden of Shipra Hotel on the campus. Indian Express also states that hunger rises in Gaza as United Nations prepares to vote on ceasefire resolution. Israel's retaliatory assault has killed 18,205 people and wounded nearly 50,000, according to the Gaza Health Ministry. Palestinians mourn relatives killed in an Israeli bombardment of the Gaza Strip outside a morgue in Khan Yunis on December 11, 2023. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that the Truth Reconciliation Panel Justice Kaul highlighted ordeal of the Kashmiri Pandits. Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul, a native of Srinagar, penned an emotional epilogue In New Delhi, a judgment authored by Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul on the abrogation of Article 370 on Monday highlighted the ordeal of Kashmiri panditas who were forced to flee their homeland over 3 decades ago in the face of brutal violence by the fundamentalists, recommending a structural investigation of the events and a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to rebuild the social fabric and heal wounds. Sometimes also states that Delhi's minimum temperature drops to 6.5 degrees Celsius as a winter chill grips national capital. The winter embraced Delhi is in a even chiller grip on Monday as the minimum temperature plunged to 6.5 degrees Celsius, a 2-degree drop from the day ago and the lowest it has been this session. People on a smoky morning and rising air pollution level in Delhi on Monday. Sometimes also states that breaking down the Supreme Court judgment on Jammu and Kashmir and its wider implications. The Constitutional Bench verdict on the abrogation of Article 370 on Monday settled a spectrum of legal issues rendered complex by historical and political context and is nuanced by the idea of the complete integration of Jammu and Kashmir into the India's constitutional scheme. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, SEBI proposes slashing NCD face value from rupees 1 lakh to rupees 10,000. According to the SEBI consultation paper, the measure is aimed at enhancing participation of the non-institutional investors in the corporate bond market, coupled with the mitigation and management of risk to safeguard and protect the interest of such non-institutional investors. State Bank of India Chairman Dinesh Khara is in a meeting with the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman at a Parliament House on Monday. From banking and finance point of view, return to OPS by few states would exert a huge burden of their finance. Reserve Bank of India says states' total outstanding liabilities are budgeted to fall to 27.6% of GDP for 2023 to 2024 from the peak of the 31% in 2020 to 2021. However, outstanding the liabilities may remain higher than the 30% of the gross state domestic product GSDP for many states. The return of the old pension scheme OPS by a few states and reports of some other states moving in the same direction would exert a huge burden on a state finance and restrict their capacity to undertake growth, enhancing capital expenditures. Tata Motors unit signs Ministry of Union to set up 10,000 EV charging points. Since inception, TPEM has been maintaining a close collaboration with the Tata Power to develop charging infrastructure, resulting in over 4,900 public chargers across the country. This collaboration will benefit from TPEM unparalleled EV usage insights, coupled with the CPO's innovative charging solutions and entrepreneurial spirit, and create 10,000 plus additional charging points in the country by financial year 2025. Going towards the science and technology, going towards the world news, including Vivek Ramaswamy gets death threats ahead of campaign event, one arrested. Donald Tusk appointed Polish Prime Minister, setting stage for Warner European Union ties. United Nations marks 75 years of human rights declaration in shadow of Gaza. Fossil fuel phase out, holding up negotiations at Conference of Party 28 may have to be diluted. Buying quiet inside the Israeli plan that propped up Hamas. Going towards the science and technology, Epic Games wins an antitrust court fight over Google's Play Store. After deliberating for a little more than 3 hours, the 9-person federal jury sided with Epic Games on all 11 questions in the month-long trial that was the latest turn in the 3-year legal battle. The jury in San Francisco found that Epic, maker of the hit game for Fortnite, provided that the Google had maintained a monopoly in the smartphone application store market and engaged in anti-competitive conduct that harmed the video game market. OnePlus Community Sale 2023, massive discounts on OnePlus Pad, TWS and more. Probably the best time of the year to buy new OnePlus products. OnePlus Community Sale is currently live on the company's website. Apple MacBook Pro M3 review. What else does one need? The new 14-inch MacBook Pro M3 is perfect upgrade from Intel era MacBook Pro. 14-inch MacBook Pro with M3 chip. Nandya Gopal Rajan, the Indian Express. At last, there is a famous quotation said by Albert Einstein, whose birth anniversary is 14 March 1879 up to 18 April 1955, was a German-born theoretical physicist who is widely held to be one of the greatest and the most influential scientists of all time. Best known for the developing of the theory of relativity, Einstein also made the important contribution to quantum mechanics and was thus a central figure in the revolutionary reshaping of the scientific understanding of the nature that modern physics accomplished in the first decade of the 20th century. His mass energy equivalence formula, E is equal to mc square, which arises from the relativity theory, has been called the world's most famous equation. He received the 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics for his services of theoretical physics and especially for his discovery of the law of the photoelectric effect, a pivotal step in the development of quantum theory. His work is also known for its influence on the philosophy of science. In 1999, poll of 130 leading physicists worldwide by the British Journal Physics World, Einstein was ranked the greatest physicist of all time. His intellectual achievements and originality have made word Einstein broadly synonymous with the genius. Einstein says a famous quotation. He says that education is not the learning of facts, but the training of mind to think. Remember, once again, education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Okay, thank you.